Hello everybody, Brian from Bearable Traders here. It is Wednesday, August the 18th, more than halfway through the trading week. And Wednesday was kind of an interesting day. We had the release of the Fed meeting minutes and the markets sold off pretty significantly. We went out near the lows of the day or at the lows of the day on most of the indexes. So again, this is a video where we'll take a look at what's happened this week so far and try to look ahead and figure out where we're going from here. So let's get down to it. So a quick ad before we get going here. This is my book on Amazon, How to Swing Trade. And if you haven't checked it out, it's on Amazon. So let's get down to it and let's look at the market action this week so far and try to figure out where we're going from here. So let's start out with the Treasury yields here, or prices, and this is a 20-year, obviously, that's where I like to start. And you can see here today we had TLT was up a little bit. That's the price of the 20-year bond, and of course when that goes up means yields are continuing to drop here. So you can see Friday we had the big up day. We've had a bit of consolidation here Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday looks like we're breaking out to a new high from this little period of consolidation. So I'm expecting yields will probably, the bonds will probably go higher, which means yields are maybe destined to go even lower. So we could be heading back up to this 152 range. Certainly if you look at the momentum indicators, they all seem to be pointing to higher bond prices, lower yields. Take a look at the transports. You see we had a nice bounce off that downward trend. Popped through it. Now we've been last 2 days we've pulled back pretty significantly. You see we went out near the low of the day. Not huge volume. Momentum indicators kind of rolling over here. I suspect we're going to maybe come down and test this 20 moving average tomorrow or sometime during the rest of the week, and we may bounce from there. The Dow, sort of following the transports here, you can see here we've actually had two pretty significant down days. I suspect we're probably going to again come down to maybe this moving average, 34,700. Maybe test that level and then bounce up again. If we don't hold there, there's probably a little bit more downside. You can see here both pullbacks. Back in June and middle of July, we had more of a significant pullback. So again, I think we're going to be pulling back here. Obviously not going to be testing new highs this week. The IWM, of course, this has been the one that's really been struggling all along here for months, been chopping in a range. And again, we're down here testing this lower band of the range here, which is where I think we may be going again. So I'd be looking for some support around 210, 211 here on the IWM. Small caps, you can see here, it's been some of the sell-off has been on increasing volume. Certainly all the momentum indicators are indicating more downside here. The Qs, again, we did 1, 2, 3 tries at a breakout here, and we failed. We're kind of rolling over now. There's just no more, I kind of sense like there's just no more people willing to step in and buy here at this point in time. Everyone's kind of hanging on, waiting for a bit of a pullback, maybe to get back in again. So we'll be looking for some more, a little bit more downside maybe, and then the buying brigade to come in again and push us back up. Again, same sort of story on the SPY. You can see here we've had some elevated selling. We may come down and test this 50 moving average again, which would be the 43.50 level. So I'd be watching that for another 50 points lower maybe before we see a bit of some buying stepping in. But I would be definitely watching this moving average here, the 50 moving average on the daily chart. The US dollar is still strong here. It's just continues to push higher. We tried to break out today out of this yesterday's high. We finished pretty close to flat from yesterday's high. Again, really just trying to push out there. Certainly not good for materials, which are in emerging markets as the dollar strengthens. So The dollar still looks to be strong and maybe getting stronger. You can see here the stochastics, MACD maybe rolling, picking up again there. And the VIX, of course, with the big sell-off today, we had a big pop in the VIX. Again, it seems to be chopping in a bit of a range here, so we did test this lower band of the range, and we may be going back up here to test this higher band of the range, somewhere in maybe in the 25 range, 25 to 28 range. So we'll see if we do get a continuation move tomorrow to the downside, and VIX popping up to the upside. And in terms of the candles at a glance, the sectors that did well today, really the only one that actually didn't do so badly was the discretionaries. Everything else pretty much sold off: communication, technology, industrials, materials with the strong dollar sold off. Even the staples sold off, which was kind of weird if you're going for a safety trade. You know, you would think the staples would have been looking more like the discretionaries, kind of a bit of an anomaly there. Of course, energy really taking a hit. It's been sort of chopping in this pretty range, and now it's breaking down. Utilities, again, kind of a safety trade. They sold off. Financials, of course, took another big hit just because interest rates seem like they are going to continue to drop, which is not good for the financials. And real estate, of course, not doing very well at all either. So yeah, kind of an anomaly there. Discretionary's up with everything else down. Let's take a quick look at some internals as well here. You can see we had 60-40 on the new lows versus new highs. A lot more, 2/3 of the stocks were declining. And you can see here, still the internals aren't great. You know, we've got way more stocks below their 50 moving average than compared to above by about 2/3 to 1/3. We're almost split on the stocks above and below the 200-day moving average. So seem to be tilting a little bit to the downside. Of course, you can see here market action here today really started to sell off. So do we look at take a quick look at the groups. Again, on a 1 week performance, the healthcare is really the only one that's actually been doing well. Energy and basic materials, of course, with a strong dollar, these are not going to be areas that are going to be strong in a strong dollar environment. And so that's the way things look right now. So let's just take a look at the pre-market action here. Let's see what things are looking at like right now. You can see here indexes are really pretty flat after that big sell-off that we had into the afternoon. So you can see just kind of a lack of any kind of indication of direction right now in terms of where we'll open tomorrow. And yeah, so yields are down a little bit, and all the materials, oil, silver, and gold down just a little bit. Although gold's down, or oil's down a lot more. So we'll see what happens. See if we get a big drop in the morning on the futures. We open a lot lower. If we're going to open flat, I think if we open flat, I think you might see a bit of a rally. If we open down some more, we may see a rally into the end of the week. But I think we'll get into an oversold condition here, or if we aren't already, and the buying brigade will come back in. So yeah, the jury's out as to where we're going next. Certainly been looking for a pullback. Maybe this is going to be the extent of it. So hope everyone had a good day. We've got Foot Locker reporting in the morning. I think that's the only notable stock that is reporting. We had NVIDIA reporting after the close. That was a fairly significant stock, and it's up marginally here after hours. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see where we go for the rest of the week. So if you're going to join us, hopefully we'll see you on YouTube. We'll be starting the show out at 8 o'clock in the morning, live on YouTube, of course, and then we'll be getting into the pre-market show with Carlos and some other moderator. One of our other moderators, Norm, is away. and we'll be taking you through all the movers and shakers in the morning there. I'm sure Foot Locker will probably be one of them, as well as Nvidia, and then obviously trading the market open at 9:30. So again, hope you have a good evening, everybody, and we'll see you all tomorrow. Bye for now.